Hey everybody, Ben here. Got a message for someone. First and foremost, thanks for clicking on the video and thank you for showing up for yourself every day. This message came through earlier in the week, and when I just reconnected to it here this afternoon, like little frustrations were taking place. And I was driving at the time when it came through. It came through in a lot of music, and the story will come together once we get through it. So, in the very beginning, like what was coming through was we've been making all these changes, like trying to improve, whether letting go of beliefs or people, ideas, identities, jobs, homes, locations, changing jobs to more money, and everything's still the same. Like what the hell? I'm putting all this effort in, I'm making all these moves, and nothing's changing. Like the math isn't adding up. And then a song came on. Number one, don't judge my genre of music. It was on shuffle from every age I had access to Pandora. So these weren't choices. But what came on first was Stained. I believe it's called Right Here. And I wanted to turn it off. I didn't want to listen to it because it's kind of a low song. And something told me just hang on. I kind of spaced out at that point, and this very profound part of the song came out, and like my eyes lit up, and I looked right at the screen to see what song it was, even though I already kind of knew. And what stuck out was to keep you right here waiting. So in the song, I think he says a lot of to keep me right here waiting, but what stuck out was to keep you collective waiting. And then what was highlighted there was energies to keep you stuck, and this energy could be in us or external. Obviously, don't make it what it isn't. But another thing that came through was like false light, and I'm going to touch on this briefly. I'm not pointing blame at everyone, but there is some that keep us in a hopium, a stage of hope and no action. And I just really want to touch on this briefly. Of if you look at it, and if we're not going to do anything, I mean, I believe me, we all want to be saved. We do, and we just want this knight in shining armor or angel or God or whoever to come in and sweep us off our feet and take everything away. And that's not always the case. And some of these false lights will keep us in that place of waiting for this savior that's not going to take place because we have to help. We need to do something. And I don't know if I already said it, but all this week I've been, getting hit with uh, energies coming in that is really leading to self empowerment, finishing self discovery to empower, to propel, change, transition, moving forward, like all of this action. It's time to move forward and be bountiful with it, not just move forward and be stagnant. So, if we're looking at things or messages that keep us here, something we'll wait, we'll hold back, we'll pull back and say, oh well, it's coming, everything's gonna be great, and then that goes by, and then the next day, hey, in the next 24 hours it's coming. Now that went by. It's what came through is, when are you going to say enough is enough? When are you going to be done with that, this waiting? When are you going to stand up and pull your energy back and take control and take action? Then I said, when are you going to be the hero to your own story? And this is really where self-empowerment comes in. You know, keep you right here waiting. Whether this is uh, a mindset, a self-limiting belief, or in the external of hopium, or an energy beyond that is binding. And then what came through is, don't ever tell me it's impossible. Your mind makes it impossible, which are these self-limiting beliefs. The next song came on, Winner Takes All by Nappy Roots. The next song came on, Welcome to Real Life. When we look at this, uh, this might make a little more sense if I say this next part. A beehive stuck out very significantly. And we can look at the beehive in two different ways. The beehive we can see as monotonous, just continuous. The bees go out, bring pollen back, we make honey. That's it. We do that every day. Nothing changes unless we die, and we just keep doing this in this machine. Or we could look at it as a very functioning society that is prosperous with their honey. They have lots of honey, and they are all working in unity under one leader, the queen. You know, it's just everybody's doing their job and everything's working fine. When we look at the negative side of it, you know, the winner takes all and welcome to real life, it is a shitty story. It is. And we probably all want to be in unity and getting along and everybody be prosperous. It sounds amazing. You know, there's two sides of the coin. And being in that hopium of wanting that, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think we all would want that. Who wouldn't? But it looks here now, we need to take action or the winner's just going to take it all. We need to get out of this hopium, empower ourselves, remove these limiting beliefs, and take control of our own life. Then what came through was Dirt Off Your Shoulders by Jay-Z. And we could take this, I took it in the beginning very basically like brush your shoulders off, get up, get moving. But then what came to me was sometimes I'll clear my energy this way. And it like hit me like, oh shit, you mean that way? You know, so I usually start with my forearms and I just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But I'm like exhaling while I'm doing that. And after I did the shoulder part, I heard a tornado like alarm or a siren, probably some sort of siren they'd put off for a natural disaster or like radiation or something. And then I heard a bunch of dogs barking, and then I heard the beast is unleashed. Whether that's for you or not, but at that point I lost phone service, and I thought that was the end of it. And then one song came on out of the blue, and it was Luxurious by Gwen Stefani. And now we get the payback. However this may look. I think in that song she also said things about, really hard work all day, all night. And now we get the payback. This also could be the energy. When we get into the cards, it really touches on, I don't want a precipice that it's external in an aspect of to create fear, So I'm going to talk more internal, self-limiting beliefs or hopium, keeping ourselves in a place. Our first card was the World, reversed, unfinished, open cycles, feeling stuck or delays. This completely makes sense. We've made all these choices or steps to move forward, and we're at a place that we feel like, okay, well, I did everything. I should be seeing some sort of progress or a reward. There's still something open. A cycle hasn't been fully closed, which probably means something internal that we haven't let go of yet. Our next card is Eight of Wands, progress. Can mean, normally that's pretty fast movement and something coming out of nowhere. This is, I don't want to lead with hopium. I don't want anyone, I want self-empowerment, but being at that place like, well, I did all the work, the math, it has to add up. It has to come, Are we still waiting to be rescued, or have we taken action? Next card is Five of Pentacles reversed. Resilience. Overcoming hardship out of a place of lack. Whether this is physically, we experienced it, or mentally in our mind, we're leaving that lack mentality, which that can hold us up. Like I said, like in the math, like it didn't add up. Let's look at, like, say, just for an example, you were making $10 an hour before. Now you took a new job and you're making $20, so double, and nothing's changed with your expenses. But like the math, like nothing's changed. Like, why hasn't that changed? That's energetic. We're still in that lack mindset. Next card. 8 of Swords reversed. Liberation. Breaking free from these liberations or these self-imposed prisons that we've placed ourselves in, and moving forward. Last card. 5 of Wands reversed. Resolution of our mind, limiting beliefs, insecurities, or direction. Could have came to a place of clarity that we finally have direction of what to do now with, if we cleared all these things out and we're like, well, what do I do now? This clarity may have came through that we actually finally have direction. That one was a little all over the place. As far as I do have some other messages with these goddesses or deities that came through that really deal with self-empowering, and I'll get them up here shortly. And if any of this resonated, I'm sure those will as well. Wish you all the best and take care. Thank you.